Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Fullerton Party of Two and Tesla Tuesday. Hey, I want to talk to you guys for just a few minutes here about charging the car on a 110 outlet and what our experience has been so far over the last 2.5 months. Now, for a little bit of context here, my wife and I bought a 2021 Tesla Model X at the end of December 2020. It's still technically a 2021, even though they're going to be doing the updates and the revisions here anytime in the next 4, 6, maybe 8 weeks. Knowing Tesla, maybe 3 or 4 months, right? But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about our electric bills. I've got them all printed off here. We've got the orange highlighter. We're going to break it all down and just share with you guys for a few minutes about whether or not we've had range anxiety. I think you're going to have that regardless, but what it's been like for us with a 110 charging outlet. Talk about our electric bill cost and pricing, and then whether or not we still think it's a good buy, or what our experience has been with the car after having it for 3 months and charging it daily. First thing I'll say is our apartment that we rent an apartment over here in Metro Detroit, Michigan, but it doesn't come with 240 charging. There's no 240 outlet in the garage. Now, why that is, I'm not sure, because it's brand new construction, and with the the rise of EVs from Teslas to Chevy Volts and all the other brands, you think that they would include a 240 outlet in the garage. Well, we told our apartment to get a supercharger installed at the clubhouse, and they said, sure, like that's a great idea. And then I guess they got a quote back for like $25,000 to get a supercharger installed. Just a level 2, the wall chargers, if you will, get 1 or 2 of them in the parking lot. Maybe put a little sign that says 3-hour maximum, just so you could top off the car if you have a daily commute with a Tesla. Anyway, so the likelihood of that coming anytime soon is probably non-existent. So by the time we actually have a level 2 supercharger, it will be at our personal home that we plan to build here starting in July. So if you guys are new to the channel and you're just finding my wife and I, we run another YouTube channel about lawn and landscaping, a little bit larger channel, but then we also run a lawn and landscaping business in Metro Detroit, Michigan. And then we're going to be building our custom home in July, building a pole barn later this fall, and then also we're expecting our first baby in the first part of July as well. So it's going to be a crazy couple of months. But anyway, if you guys want to check out the rest of our videos and maybe subscribe to the adventure and the craziness that is 2 blondes taking over the world, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, you get anything out of it, big thumbs up. We appreciate that too. Back to the Tesla talk. So here's a long story short. We've had the Tesla since the end of December. It's our dream car, dream purchase, mine especially. One of our biggest apprehensions though was whether or not we could be able to drive the car regularly and function day to day with a 110 outlet for charging. So what we've come to find is that you get about 1% per hour when you're charging it off a 110 outlet. So for example, if you zip around town for, you go to Target, you go to Starbucks, you do a couple errands, you're using about maybe 10 or 12% of your battery, just kind of zipping around town. What we've noticed is that charging the car overnight has been able to kind of top off that 10 or 15% that we use per day. Now, here's what I will say. If you're commuting 20, 30, 40 miles a day, half hour to work each way, I don't think having a 110 charging outlet is going to work for you. No way, no how. Because you're only getting 1% per hour if you're driving 20, 30 miles a day and you're using 15, 20, 30% of your battery. You don't have enough hours in a day, even if you have the car charged all evening, all night for 12 hours, that it's going to recuperate that energy that you've lost or used. By the way, like I said, by the time we're done, I want to talk to you about range anxiety a little bit and what we've been able to do to kind of mitigate that, which, by the way, you guys are really helping bridge the gap. So here's what I want to talk about was the electric bill. So the first one I have is our December electric bill. So this right here, it is service period December 3rd through December 30th. Now, we only had the car for like, 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a week by the time we got it in the later part of December. Our usage history, if you guys can see, is actually down 6% right here. So I don't know what to tell you there. Not a good case study, not a good sample size. 6% down year over year, okay? Awesome. Let's go to January. I think it's where it starts getting a little bit more juicy. All right, I got my January usage charge. By the way, all of these costs are fixed. I'm not a scientist here or an engineer or a very good math channel. I'm not like some of these Tesla channels. They're so intelligent, and that's just not us. We're lawn care landscapers, right? My wife's stay-home wife. All right, so here's what we got. January 3rd through March 2nd. Okay, so this is like another 30 days, or maybe Nope, this is the bill I need right here. See, not an intelligent engineer. December 31st through January 29th. This is our January bill. You guys can see right here, if this will pull up on the camera, that usage was up 30% charging the car at home. Okay, so that's our usage period for that 30-day window, or 31 days. So what can we derive from this? Well, first off, it was cold. It's January, right? It's going to be a little bit colder, so our usage is going to be up. But compared to last month, it was up 32%, but over last year, it was up 30%. So it was still cold in January last year, still cold in January this year, but our usage was up 30%. So what do we attribute that to? The Tesla, okay? So the total cost of our bill that month, now I'm just giving you guys some real life examples, and I'll tie this all together. Our real life bill was $275. So a third of that is $918.27. So we're paying $90 to charge the car, let's say, all month, to top it off 10% per day, plus or minus, for the month. So $90. All right, that's my sample size so far on one full month. Let's keep going. See if the trend continues. We have our next bill, January 30th, like I was saying, through March 2nd. And we have our usage history is, get ready for it, up per year, 19%. Okay, so we're up 19% year over year. Is that showing up on the camera? All right, so not sure if that shows up in the camera super well. So last month, compared to the previous period before, we're down 7%. So instead of a $279 bill, we're at $271. So our usage was up 20% month over, or year over year. Okay, so nothing changed. It was a cold month of February. We got snow, but that's Michigan for you. Pretty much the same, probably using the heat, the space heaters, all that mess, month over month, or year over year. So up 19%. So that's got to be, again, attributed to the Tesla being charged 10% per day, per night, keeping the car literally plugged in. When the car's not driving, we literally have it charged or plugged in. Now, here's what I'll say. So let's derive a couple things. It's taking anywhere from $90 to $100 a month to charge the car, and that's just leaving it topped off every night 10%. Now, we have my big red truck that we use for a lot of landscape business. So if we go out of town or drive a couple hours, for now, we'll be taking that. So realistically, it's been okay for us to use because my wife or myself just, scooting around town to go grocery shopping or go get a Starbucks, it hasn't been that big of a deal. Now, here's what I'll say. If you have a 110 outlet and you're a daily driver, daily commuter person driving 20, 30 minutes a day to an office, or, if you're a nurse, you're a hospital, teacher, so on and so forth, there's no way a 110 is going to charge your car daily. And we kind of expected that. We kind of learned that from watching other great Tesla videos out there that so many of you guys have put out. So long story short, if you're driving 20, 30 miles a day and you're going to be using 20, 30+% of your battery, figure out the math there, it's not going to be viable on a 110 outlet. Now, for a 220, 240 charger, I think you'll be good to go. So our custom home or dream home that we're building, we're going to have two 50 amp, help me out, two 50 amp circuits to charge not only this Tesla, but if we get a secondary Tesla, which I'm in love with them. Whole nother video for a whole nother time. Driving this car is still the most futuristic thing I've ever driven compared to any other vehicle. You get in and it's like an antiquated machine. It literally feels like a Model T compared to this car, which does seriously still feel that brand new car feel 3 months later, okay? Now, here's the thing with range anxiety. I will say that, honestly, we do experience range anxiety. I don't care if you have a level 2 charger or not, but I don't know why. I think it's just because that green battery, to me, little green battery on the dash, screams, I'm always looking at that more than it would a fuel tank for like a car. Because I can get fuel at almost any corner gas station within 5-10 minutes of where you live. But to get a hit for the car, I got to be strategic. I got to know where it's at, right? So what we've done is anytime we do an excessive amount of driving and we get the battery down to 20, 30, 40%, 20 minutes away from us is a supercharger that is in Livonia, Michigan. And it takes about an hour for us to charge the tank 60, 70, 80%. from 30 to 100%. So it's about an hour. For me, I answer emails, Instagram messages, YouTube comments, that kind of stuff, and or make a couple phone calls to somebody, let alone playing all the entertainment games on the Tesla, right? So it hasn't been that much of a lifestyle change or lifestyle bottleneck for anything that we're doing. Here's what I will say though. In the 3 months we've had the car, just the other day we exhausted our first free 1,000 miles that we used somebody else's Tesla referral code that got them 1,000 miles and us 1,000 miles. So if you guys find any value from our Tesla Tuesday videos and you want to use our affiliate link or code or whatever, or even if you just put in an order for a Tesla, you can call them up and say, hey, like apply these guys code. We'll leave that link in the description, which is super appreciated, the support, because we just used our first 1,000 miles that we got from our car purchase with our friend's code, right? So before we had a code, we used our friend's code and we get that 1,000 miles. So here's what happens. So far, we can tell about once a month, maybe twice a month, we got to go hit up the supercharger because we're like kind of draining, charge, drain, charge, drain, charge, drain, charge, drain, charge. And after about a week, maybe 10 days or a couple big trips, you know, around town, maybe we do commute, do some different things, we're kind of running low. So it's kind of like this never ending, like trickle down. Like we charge, but it's really more losing than gaining. So every like 2 to 3 weeks, we almost have to top off an extra hour at the supercharger. Which, by the way, shout out to Gary, Brenda. I wrote these names down. Autumn, and who else was it? I gotta look at my phone really quick. And Donna, because you guys have all used our Tesla referral code so far, and one of you guys already got your car delivered, which is super exciting. And so we got another 1,000 free supercharging miles, and so did you guys that use our code. So thank you so much, because we might be bridging the gap for the next 6 to 12 months until our custom home is built with those free supercharging miles that we get and that you guys get for using our code. So I would use two hands right now and just say thank you, sir. If thank you, ma'am, if you happen to use our code, because that's going to probably help us bridge the gap month to month when the regular charging isn't going to be sufficient and we do need to top off the car with a supercharger fill up. By the way, supercharger fill up, when I go there, I set the car's capacity for the battery to 100%. Because it is a good 20 plus minute drive for us. So by the time I get home, I'm down to like 89, 88%. And then I change it back to 90% overnight. It charges that extra couple percent, and we're at a full battery, you know, going into Monday. Usually I do that on like a Saturday or Sunday night, just so we kind of go in the week with a fresh battery. All right, guys, so that's what I got for you on this quick video. If you guys are new here and you guys got any value out of this video, could you do me a big solid, hit a big thumbs up. If you guys want to order a Tesla, you can use our link in the description. You guys have heard that 1,000 times. Hey, we're not the big Tesla review YouTube channels. I'm just a regular dude that bought his dream car after working 5 years with my media business and saved up enough to buy my dream car. So if you guys want to use somebody else's code, great. If you guys got family, that's great. If you don't have an in, you know, and you want to use our code, we super appreciate that. By the way, leave us a comment so I can say thank you and highlight you on a future video. So shout out to all those folks that have already used our code. It is really appreciated, because as you guys can tell, we're going to be needing to top off the car at least once a month with those miles. So again, to answer the question, short story long, on a 110 charge, on a 110 plug, you know, to supercharge our car, best I can tell, it's costing about $90 to $100 a month to charge the Tesla. And if you think about it, that's probably what we would spend on fuel. So it's kind of like a wash. So far, it's kind of been a wash. We're buying expensive electricity because it's not on its own, you know, meter. If it was on its own meter, it'd probably be a third or maybe half of that cost. I can do more videos like that once we have our own home with our own dedicated EV meter. But right now, we're just, you know, using the same meter with the rest of the apartment. And as you guys can see on those first 2 full month bills, it's about $90 more per month year over year, and nothing else has really changed electricity consumption wise in our apartment. So that's what it's costing us. Hopefully those numbers make sense. Hopefully this is a good little case study. All things being said, appreciate you guys watching. We'll have some more videos coming this week. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we'll have the 3D home walkthrough here Thursday or Friday on the custom home that we're going to build. And Liz and I are going to do a little voiceover, a little video over, and show you guys a little walkthrough about what the custom home is going to look like. So, all right, guys, that's it. Check out the rest of Tesla Tuesday videos if you guys enjoyed this video, and we look forward to catching up with you guys here on the next one.